alert. Cue the chaos. Theorycraft Online shields up, snacks ready. Welcome aboard the Cottontail 86 stream, live on Twitch, simulcasting to Kick and YouTube. Catch the VODs later, but for now, stay for the ride. War trails burning through the midnight blue. Fleet alarm screaming while the chat cuts through. One eye on the refinery, one eye on the raid. Laughing through the madness that the galaxy made. Marbles rolling wild while the emotes fly fast. Pokemon battles and the memes never last. Vulcan with the logic, Klingon with the fire. Cotton's on the bridge and we're climbing higher. Loop drops glittering in the neon haze. Every new surprise just lights up the page. Twitch in the front row, kicking the mix. YouTube holding the replay for the later fix. Whatever the game, we're ready to explore. From Starfield skies to the channel Discord.
Who's on first?
Yes.
I mean the guy's name.
Who?
The guy playing first.
Who?
The guy playing first base.
Who?
The guy on first base.
Who is on first?
What are you asking me for? I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute.
Welcome in,
Who's
50.
on first?
That's his name.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
Who?
The guy on first.
That's it.
Blue lights and the neon glow. Theorycraft loud while the warp core spin. Raise those shields. Let the chaos begin. Cottontail 86 taking over the night. Purple in the stars and the Zion lights. Laugh, rage, wheel spins. Community strong. Rage crew ready. Now crank this song. Hey, spin that wheel. Hey, make that deal. Hey, fleet up, punch in. Let's ride. Warp speed, no brakes. Quick play, high stakes. Rich crew, standing side by side. Hey, clip that win. Hey, let the show begin. Hey, bring the hype from wall to wall. Twitch on live, Kick on deck. YouTube's waiting for the call. Bundles to claim and a dozen tabs deep. Chat moving faster than a furring you can cheat. Somebody yelling, hit the refinery. While Cotton's theory crafting perfect strategy. Tangy is screaming, alerts collide. Stream a bot barely keeping the systems alive. But somehow the chaos turns perfectly clean like a starship dancing through a battle scene. Buttons get mashed and the scoreboard shakes. Every little moment turning into break. Community rolling with the jokes and the lore. New faces welcome through the hangar door. The lag gets heavy, we keep moving on. If the match runs long, then the anthem stays strong. No matter the mission, no matter the star. Cottontail 86 takes it just a little farther. So if you're arriving from the raid tonight or finding the stream in the search bar live, Twitch for the live, Kick for the thrill, YouTube for the voice. When the night grows still, keep your seatbelt tight and your volume high. We're flying through the static, through the pixel sky. One chip, one chat, one electric spark, lighting up the void from the intro mark. Deep breath in. Hold that flame. Hey. Chat tight fast. Say the name. Cocktail ADC front and center. Press start now. Welcome to the adventure. To boldly claw where the grinders won't go. Rabbit on the captain's chair, running the show. Community strong and the energy bright. Cottontail 86 going live tonight. Dark blue thunder and the purple skies. Science box reflected in everybody's eyes. From fleet command to marbles rolling along. Bridge crew ready. Now sing this song. Stay tuned for the chaos. Stay tuned for the lore. One more lap around the station before we explore. If you missed the beginning, don't worry, you'll see. The replay lives on YouTube and the lives on Twitch. And kick with me. Stream is live. Engage. Welcome to Hyperspace Arcade.
And then I missed the button. I swear, I hit play at the perfect time.
Biddy dance? Okay.
Biddy dance.
I'll get the biddy dance going on today.
Howdy, Dark Tree. How's it going tonight? Reorganize that just a hair. It's always so easy to be unsatisfied with the way these things look. Oh, come on. Oh, it's... There we go. There we go. Good evening, Retro. How you doing tonight? Howdy, Savage Darkness. Are Cadre chests locked behind purchases? Not directly. Oh, I hear mission keys. There we go. Thank you for the follow, Chickwick. I gotta get on mine too. I know, like, this upcoming weekend there will be a Cadre recruit event. Because like the first two events were Paragon recruits, and this upcoming weekend will be Cadre recruit. I imagine so. Like the normal traditional all materials spend kind of thing. 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, 6-star, 7-star. Oh, this is doing the thing again. Exclamation point join to get in on the dungeon. There we go. Welcome on in, Cottontail 86. I need to put a couple of exceptions into that damn command. I keep on forgetting about it.
An Irishman walks into a department store, asks for a potato clock.
Howdy, ours, DJ. Welcome on in. Thank you for the 5-stream streak. Dark Tree, how you... I already said how you doing. RSDJ, that's on your channel. As long as it's up there, it's gonna pull it until it hits 90 days old. And I think it's hilarious. I need to stream to get a decent clip. Well, sometimes, a lot of times the goal isn't to get wacky clips, but yes, it does help. I'm gonna see if I can show off the calendar a little bit. So this should be the same for high ops or low ops or anything like that. Exclamation point join to get on the next dungeon. Still figuring out a couple kinks in the stream. Yeah, that's definitely a good thing. It takes a bit. It takes a bit. So this is Mufasa's calendar. He's got everything laid out in a pretty decent way here. I've got that collapsed weird. I don't know how well it shows, but the Paragon recruit event was from the weekend of the 30th, and then it ran again last weekend. Oh, it's every other weekend. So the 30th was Paragon, and then the 6th went to Cadre, and then the 13th went to Paragon, and then the next one again is going to be Cadre. I'm pretty sure that's what it was said on the high ops calendar. Maybe that's an assumption at this point. But it's been switching out. Yeah, Specialist, Cadre, Heroic, Spending Materials. I started that text with just working out a couple of kinks, but I thought I needed to add more before people asked questions about what kinks. That's fair. You know, judgment-free zone and all. Actually, I should make sure that I'm in the right category. I am, okay. I didn't remember if the last stream we ended in marbles or whatnot. Exclamation point, join to get in on the next dungeon. I'm British, it's not proper. That's very fair. Let's see, do we have anybody else pop in that I missed? I got distracted a little bit. I think we're good. And dungeons are at the worst spot. Like the dungeon icon itself isn't bad, but like the text covers up like all the things. All right, let's figure out what events we've got before us tonight. Season pass, we got wave defense. How far is that going so far? Got like 3 more events to do. I'm not gonna get this one finished, but I don't know, the top track, it feels a little less good. Hi Misa, welcome in. Because I feel like there was used to be a little bit more variety into the things that were in it. And I don't know if the Section 31 access keys are important enough that I feel like I need to engage with that.
Baby, it's me, Cottontail. Oh yeah, here we go now.
Yeah, I've got 40,000 of the access keys.
Riding on the razor's edge. That's how I like it. That's right. That's right. One more hit.
I've got... Ooh, Toby. No,
Oh, that's real
that
nice.
fitted in the Section 31 store. Oh no. That was fitting in the Section 31 store too. Exclamation point join to get in the next dungeon. But I just need Section 31 credits to finish off the last favor. And the only thing that really is worthwhile in here for the Section 31 access keys is like some of the officers. And I think it was just this crew. Yeah, like the first all the stuff up to the strike teams. You know, so like it feels less important to engage in those solo waves. Can't believe my wallet gets $120 later next Wednesday due to my loss to MJ. You put in a good effort.
See you, chump.
Was that the fart voucher you just won, or was that one that you already had on hand? Coming soon, the race to 80. There is actually already a race to 80 going on. That was that was in CDB's Discord. JP Ascendancy and where did I see it? But in general, I don't remember what channel it was in. I saw it though. It'll cost a little bit more than $120. Optionally. 25 stream streak visa. Way to go. That was on hand. Okay. FC chair and a battle pass, $120. The battle pass thing is kind of weird now because I assume he gets a battle pass from STFC. I don't know if he does or not, I guess. My understanding is that all the content creators did, but that could be inaccurate.
Welcome to the rabbit hole.
Just trying to get enough points for the turtle. Yeah, Wave Pass, Syndicate Pass. You could even save onto it a little bit for Territory Pass when that comes back again. Put it towards the upgrade to the Mythic Battle Pass. There's a lot of options with it. Fleet Commander 7th seat. Is that how many seats they have available right now? 7? No, they have 8 available. The territory passes are 50? It's gone already. I would have liked to have seen what that one looked like. I assume it wasn't worth 50. Well, I understand it's because they last longer, but I think there's also, yeah, certain levels, certain people at certain levels would be fine. Yeah, it's 400 for that last one because you got to get that from the the 250 per. I do expect at some point that that's gonna change, decrease in price, or become otherwise available. Well, I actually didn't even open the store. Hi, Bad Axe, welcome in. Thank you. Did I get in? I did get in. Let's see. Only need one more to start the race. The crowd beacon thing is just handy. I gotta redo this song. And not saying Maya bothers me so much. Oh, they just sent in a cadre of recruits. Is that why Savage was asking about it? We're updating this week's cadre recruits to include all 3 types: Combat Specialist and Explorer. Each cadre will feature a different selection of available officers. Thank you for the follow, Stephen Poole. Combat Cadre Recruit is currently live, while the Specialist and Explorer cadres will go live on June 18th. So tomorrow. You can find each cadre recruit in the event store, where cadre requisition tokens can be exchanged for officer cards. This update is intended to give commanders more choice when targeting specific officers and help make the cadre schedule clearer and more consistent. Moving forward, we plan to run all 3 cadres during the 4th week of future arcs. Okay, that's kind of a cool thing, because then it's save up mechanic. Get things worked up. You have an opportunity to do two runs of it. More choice would be giving the choice token store open again. That's more change. Like, this is an easy change to add. Check fan art on Discord. It's an easy change to add more options for this. Like, they can do that without any coding or anything like that. Like, this is a very easy first step, and I think that's a very positive sign on intentions moving forward. You know, that would be kind of cool if you guys could figure out like a running challenge, or an updated challenge or something. That's just MJ had 1, ours DJ 0. I think that's kind of cute. Well, the choice store would be easy to add back, but they would have to change the way that the battle pass is structured to get it back. It won't take long to change it moving forward, but this was a change they could do today. The choice tokens would be something they would have to do like next arc. Oh, Officer Depot? Officer Depot could definitely be redone. I think it would be easy to turn that one back on, to have it exactly how it was. But yeah, I don't know.
Thank you for the streams. I just wanna thank you for the streams. I just wanna thank you for the streams.
Thank you, Lady Command, for the 7 stream streak. I still got to get my mission keys, yes. I've got that event. It's been 18 minutes already. Every once in a while, I'm smart enough to have the store already open and signed into so I can remember to do it on time. Oh, hi, Tierra. Welcome in. I've missed you before. Alright, so we're going to try to sign into the little account again. It's been having a habit of signing me into my main account, even though I'm signing into the little one. I took off all that time to get the NSEA protector. Now it's going to be over 2 months to get into mirror space. To be able to get... Is that warp locked? Actually went to the right email address this time. Got 100 tokens or whatever each day on a drip. Need 6,400 of them to get into the common area. That doesn't sound right. That does not sound right. I mean, it's not right. If that's the way that it is, that's not right. In a different way. Exclamation point join to get in on the dungeon. That sounds very left. I mean, that's basically like U-turn at this point. Like, that thing's taken like 12 lefts. Let's see, it's doing it again. Invalid login, blah, blah, blah. It does not like... You got another fart voucher? It does not like signing in for 2 accounts right now. I don't know if it's just the way that, like, the browser's handling the authentication tokens. what, but it's been acting weird for a little over a week. Yeah, I'm gonna take a peek at my stuff too. That was a lot. Thank you for the gold tip, Chickwick. And thank you for this follow, Stormbeer. Exclamation point join to get in on the dungeon. Alright, let's take a peek at that. Yeah, 6,400. That is the initial rift. Where are we? They gotta be in system. Ugh. I think there's an efficiency that reduces the cost, but like mine says no, 6,400 is how many that you have. The 300 here is the price to enter. Oh, you can't get in though? Like I said, I know there's efficiencies. Hi, tacos. How's it going tonight? There is some sort of efficiency for the token cost. I believe it's in the Omega research. Yeah. That's for uncommon. Okay, I guess that's uncommon rift keys.
Yeah. I was joking around that, man, I wish I could have a beard like Quasel and Zero. And I had to back up because at the end of it, I put Entarpy. And I was like,
it keeps coming back. It keeps coming back. Howdy, Broken Wolf. Howdy, Das. How's it going tonight?
Bruh.
She's gonna be in here one night and she's gonna be like, what the fuck? No, this is uncommon. This is the uncommon rift keys. Maybe that is the only one, but I thought there was... I thought there was a couple of spots for some reason. Is that not rift? Rift keys? Warp path? Mirror space warp path. There's a rare warp path. That's the common rift keys. That's not the same thing though, is it? That's a mirror voucher. If there's anything for voucher. No, maybe not then. I thought there was, but in the Terran store, like a favor. Arena Shield, Hall, Entrepreneurial Spirit, Efficient Upgrades, Syndicate, Engineering, Through the Mirror, Increased Cost Efficiency for the Premium Rifts. Not the entry tokens. Well, your cost should still be the same as mine. Yeah. It should still be the same cost then. It should just be the 300 tokens. You have to be in system.
Thank you for the stream streak. I just want to thank you for the stream streak.
Thank you for the 5 stream streak. Oh my god. Yeah, you can't use the Rift if you're in a different system. But it's weird that yours doesn't have the token cost on it still. It doesn't show any token cost. I couldn't see any efficiency for the entry vouchers. All of the Rift types there was efficiency for. But I wasn't gonna look through every single one. I just looked for the word voucher. Because if there's 300 is kind of a weird number. But 6,400 sound way too high. Because you should be able to get around the same amount it takes to enter in the store if they've got it laid out properly. Like, I get 900 vouchers a day right now. Oh my god. Thank you for the 30 stream streak, Broken Wolf. Das is 300 too. And being as there's 3 entries here with the vouchers, and like that makes me feel like there's a good chance that it's that it's the correct number. The max vouchers is 1,200. Maybe 300 or 600. Howdy, West Surf Kitten. Welcome in. We're at 8 already. I have like 15,000 entry vouchers. Yeah, I've got a shit ton too. But I was looking at that, I'm like, having the entry vouchers, you miss out on the loots. Which, I mean, I guess isn't really a big deal. Because I saw the mirror loot and I'm like, you know, like that could increase rep possibly. It keeps locking up on you. I wonder if your game's got a glitch with the mirror universe, because that would explain why you don't have the actual entry cost there. That might be a clear cache or uninstall reinstall kind of thing. And I don't think I read your comment out, but you think the heart machine that you hooked up to skipped a few beats when it showed the 5 stream streak? Yes, you are allowed to swear on my stream, and this is a adult rated stream. Did you put the Corvette back in your merch? Or that gaming computer? You know, I was looking at gaming computers online. I should actually see about that. Because there was some, I was looking at some refurbs from Corsair. I was on their site looking at other things, and I saw that they had the, I saw that it had the, they had a refurb button when I was looking in their store. If anyone gets a new one and needs a place to ditch an old one, let me know. Yeah, for sure. I mean, a second hand can have a lot of life yet. You know, like if you get to somebody that's heavy into gaming or something like that, and they upgrade, that second hand one's still probably a pretty decent system if you're not, you know, like pushing high end games. You know, like if you're gonna play a game like Star Trek Fleet Command, like that's perfectly fine. I used to run this on a dating myself here. The laptop that I had this running on was probably no, it wasn't the one from college then. It was at my previous job. I've been at the job I'm at now for quite a while now.
See you, chump.
Plus, I want to say that would be about 14-year-old laptop that I was using to run Star Trek Fleet Command. More life than the brick I have. Why are they using Windows 95 as a prison guard and never forgets to lock up? Kill me now. I mean, I feel like that's a pretty decent accomplishment for a piece of equipment that's that old. Exclamation point join to get in on the next dungeon. Because it wasn't even like a super high-end system. Kiddo was updating from Windows 8 to 9. Was this a while ago? Or was that fairly recently? I forgot that, yeah, when you say brick, you literally mean yours is a brick right now. Because there wasn't actually a Windows 9. There was an 8.1, but that was still quite a while ago. A year and a half ago, so that's probably from 10 to 11, I would have to guess then. Unless it's a, because Windows 8 was quite a while ago. I have not heard this song yet. I feel like the AI was against me. I found out that I don't like it pronouncing the name as Maya instead of Maya. Yeah, that's a real shame. Oh, and I suppose it had like BitLocker on it or something so that you can't. That's why it was so hard to get the data recovered off of it, so expensive and whatnot.
Maya's living on a mountain top. Maya's flying like a bird. Maya's flying
I
like
have mixed feelings about this song.
Maya
This one may not make the evening. I like this song in general. The vibe of it's kind of okay. It even had a separate backup drive that the update infiltrated and overwrote. That's so stupid. I've heard of that happening before too. It's amazing how wrong things can go in the tech world sometimes. Like you kind of think that you set yourself up with a like a secure path and have everything set the way that it should be. And then once it gets put to the test, you find out that there's holes in the plan. Which is why in the tech world we like to test our backups. He works up to 70. That should do good things. I need to figure out a way to I've got a good crew for doing the fighter summons, but it's using Suitor. So I gotta break up the crew from the Vengeance if I want to use that crew. I don't like it. It's inefficient. Microsoft shit is insidious. Well, that could happen outside of Microsoft stuff too, though, to be honest. Because, like, even in like the data world, if you don't have things set up 100% correct, like, there's a chance that you can corrupt some of your redundancies. You have to be set up wrong, really poorly to do it, but it can be done. I didn't look to see what today's hostile task was. Oh, today's Orion Day. I forgot it's Orion Day. I mean, now you've got the optional look. What is it? Look back, they call it right now in Windows 11. That's something that I'm a big fan of. Welcome in, Lord of Scarin. How you doing tonight? Shouldn't have gone into backup. The update wormed into it to be extra thorough, as they said. Yeah. That almost sounds like that was some kind of a form of malware versus actual Windows update at that point. I don't know if this is gonna hold up. Interesting. Okay, this is holding up fine. It says
Hello there.
Thank you for the follow, Kmart. Oh, that's crazy that it's that much. What do we got now? Is that 9? Filling the track up. What the heck? I didn't realize that there was like an opera song in here too. Good evening, Alkali. How you doing tonight? Oh, that fills the track up. Unforeskin simp.
Go ahead and expand your track. It's full.
Yeah, I'm working on it. All right, Orion's. Okay, this song is no too much, way too much. That one's going away. Where are you? There you are. All right, apply Orion's. What are we missing? I bet it's on Celsius right now. Q stole. No, it wasn't you. Oh, Nurse Chapel? That's replaceable. She's replaceable. What kind of hostels were they? I don't even remember. We'll put Veil on. Just to get somebody on that ship. Such a pain in the ass some days for this. Server 9 is the best server. Even though we have a few characters. Every server has their special folks on it. Luckily, ours are pretty... Well, I take that back. Up in G7 world, G6 world, there's not really too many that are messed with. We have some people that get really out of hand. You know, like they're very like, don't touch my ships and you'll never have to worry about me kind of people. But you know, like if you hit them OPL, you know, like they take offense to that, and you know, like they will go crack all the bases that are open in TC and go hit OPC floaters and stuff like that. It's really stupid. First player I've met on a server number lower than mine. That's an impressive number. I didn't even realize that there was anything that low still. I think we're taking on I don't remember what server number it is, but I think it was Zero Jesus server for incursions. We have one alliance whose sole goal is to either eat up all good players into their cult or make all players who don't want to join them quit, and it hasn't ever gone how they want and they're still at it. They settled down as of late, but time will tell. Calm before the storm, if you will. So we had an alliance that was I don't think that their intent was to gobble up like all the strong players, all the higher level players. Their intent was to build a place where like the spenders could be with other spenders, so there was, you know, like equal effort kind of thing. Like they had a minimum entry level of like 40 when G5 was launched. And then I think it was 34 or 39 for G4 when G4 was top. And so like they had most of the strong players on the server, but they weren't the only alliance that had all the strong players by any means. They just ended up being the Whale Alliance, and you know, like they wouldn't try to dictate terms, but they were always I don't know how to put this. They weren't aggressive or anything like that, but they were willing to flex if they felt that it would help them get their way with something. You know, like but they were also like very, very good with help setting up the server row. Not necessarily as like that alliance as an entirety group, but like most of the people that are in there, like they just wanted to do their thing. I mean, it's one of those things, like they would have preferred like if there was no OPC hunting anywhere in space, like they would have been the Care Bear server pretty much, but you know, like that wasn't gonna fly with anybody. You know, like when people were OPC hunting in territories, like they would get a little out of hand and go cracking bases and retaliate and stuff for that. But no, I think it was closer to a I paid to be up at this level so that I could get into a peaceful area of the game. You know, just trying to get above the riffraff by being at the top end of the game. And so like when those zones start leveling up and interacting, like it gets tougher for them to handle that because they're not used to competing for nodes and, you know, like having their 0 nodes closed or cleared to be able to make space. And like OPC, if the ship was OPC, getting cleared to make space for mining nodes. So like it was just different play styles more than anything, which, you know, is understandable. I mean, if you're part of a group of people that are in the highest level system in a range. You know, like there's gentlemen's agreements kind of stuff that happen. And then it got kind of funny because you got people like me that are always right behind them and coming on up. And, you know, like I get into those systems and I'm like, here we go. Let's get some OPC. And they're like, doesn't your alliance know about the gentleman's agreement? It's just like, fuck your gentleman's agreement. We didn't agree to shit. And that's how I ended up in wars for 3 years on this server. Well, basically a no loot, don't shoot, bro. Except in G7 space. No OPC on resources outside Vale. See, like we've got the gentleman's agreement. Like our server doesn't have anything specifically about no OPC hits, but you know, generally speaking, for most things, if there's a node available to mine, then you don't hit you don't clear a ship off of a node. You know, I don't know if there's anything specifically for G7, but I could see I understand the need for that rule, because for the desire for the rule, at least, because the resources are definitely way more needed in G7 than anywhere else in the game. Let me see if I can peek at our row channel. Do we still have a row channel? Well, that hasn't been updated in a while. Interesting. I imagine it didn't change. Good timing on the ads. I just wish they'd let us know what is going on with territory. As far as what Broken Wolf. The schedule was shortened. Was the schedule shortened by like a week? So instead of like 3 months, what was it normally? 3 months, or has it always been like 2? I don't remember. Yeah, I'm not expecting it to reset until after the next content loop. Basically until after SNW. I'm pretty damn sure we're going to be seeing Strange New Worlds. Because that should run... It's way too ironic. Because, like, the way that things are set... So, like, our new arc starts next Thursday, the 25th. And so the next arc start after that should be July 23rd. That happens to be the day that Strange New Worlds premieres their next season. So either next month is going to be Strange New Worlds Part 1, and then, you know, like, we'll have Strange New Worlds Part 2 at the premiere day of the next SNW season, or we're gonna have some kind of a weird 1 month thing happen, and Strange New Worlds will pop up on July 23rd. There was I was trying to look back at the roadmap, but I never got back to it all the way. Like when they were laying out the content for 2026, I believe that there was something that felt like it was going to be really, really weird and short. Worms, someone wants worms. There's always somebody that wants worms. So I think that there is a chance that they have something, some kind of a revisit thing that's only going to take a month. Or space dragons, as they called them in Lower Decks. Well, we have the space dragons, don't we? That ended weird. Don't we already have the space dragons? Or was that just a conceptual type of thing? Because I feel like in Hesperia here... Yeah, we have space dragons. Good evening, Yogurt the Magnificent. So, I mean, yeah, we technically already, you know, have them. But yes, they are the Doomsday Worms. It's kind of a shame. Love the name. I'd love that one too. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad thing to revisit Lower Decks again. Like, I'm sure there's some people that could appreciate getting another swing at some of the officers or finishing some of them off. I know, like, I think I could still use some Carol Marcus shards. I don't remember if there's any... Yeah, there are hostiles in here. Okay, they are the same. I was thinking these ones had, like, the more reddish-orangish hue to them instead of the blue.
Repair your track.
My track needs to be repaired already.
$50 Tech asked me, are Doomsday Worms high in protein? Fuck yeah. If you could cook one up without the whole end of civilization bullshit. Worms are usually pretty protein dense, but Doomsday Worms sounds like some cursed space dragon nonsense, so I'd keep my fork the hell away from that. If you mean real worms, some species are edible and protein rich.
Soylent Green. I think that's... God, I really hope that they don't revisit the worms. I feel like it's gonna happen at some point, though. Because I think some of it... they took the tokens off of some of these systems. I think I still actually had a few of the travel tokens. So they not have the armadas around anymore? They don't have the armadas around anymore. This one still have them? This one still has them. I still have 21. I can start 21 of them. I can still start 21 of those armadas. Are they still paying the horn loot or whatever? No. That's... Oh my god, I remember this now. There were the hemorrhoid armadas. Just melted the straw. Did I hear someone say the Zindi Armada loop is gone? The Zindi Armada loop is not gone. It is still... It's just we don't have the event for defeating Zindi Armadas anymore. Yeah, the Zindeep event is gone. It got replaced with that Voyage Across the Void event. So like the Voyage Across the Void, like this has your was it that meta? Or is it the other meta? This has, I don't know what all comes in there, but that has, one of these things has the where did it go? One of these events has the epic mirror dust. Was it? Wasn't it in the meta? I thought it was supposed to be in the meta. Did they fuck this up already? Oh, there it is. Premium Mirror Dust. The Premium Mirror Dust is here. Well, they didn't remove anything technically here, I don't think. So now you have, there's more choice now, I would say. Because there's no reason to hold for Wednesday. You can do it any day of the week now. So I actually consider this to be a really good change. Like, you still get SLB points for doing certain things. Like, one of the days is Armadas. Yeah, the Voyage Across the Void meta. The meta pays out the Premium Mirror Dust. So they moved like all of the daily events into the metas. So all they did was replace the event. Yeah, a lot of the stuff with the choice removals is definitely weird. But they're working towards bringing some of it back at least. Because they are changing the cadre. They're changing the cadre event so that you can have all of the cadre available to choose from instead of just the combat ones. They're bringing back all three categories. So tomorrow this will change so that we have all of the cadre stuff. It won't be just the combat cadre anymore. It'll be the combat, what you call it, and the other thing. G6 is the experimental branch. It definitely is. Just gotta change it to shit and then change it to mess, saying it's amazing. I'm not gonna say anything's amazing. It's better. It's an improvement, though. There would be a happy medium somewhere in between. It'd be good if they brought back the choice to, even if they want to have RNG based behind it a little bit, you know, like if they keep these choices limited like this, it's not really a bad thing. This is better than the Officer Depot token thing is. Because it's a limited choice, limited pool. And it has an opportunity to move outside of that to get more. It's closer to like an ultra recruit where you have the option to get a full pull. It's closer to that. Not there yet. It needs improvement still, but oh yeah, Savage, something needs to happen with the transporter pulls. I would like to see officers that you have max shards for pulled out of those recruit chests, and they can put them in their own separate bucket or something. And if you want to be able to get transporter patterns, you can pull out of that one bucket. Lady Command, we have no arcs. We get small table scraps with no guidelines or rewards for arcs we're working on. And nothing from the arc that is happening. We're ignored and not even given anything in the past compared to before. Lady Command, that the battle pass is completely fucked for everybody right now. Nobody has anything good in the passes right now. The passes are completely worthless. There's nothing good in them at all. That's across the board. That's happening from level 20 to level 80. As far as the events thing goes, there's definitely room for improvement with what they're doing with mid-ops. Definitely room for improvement. I think that they could give themselves a better template to start with. You know, like if their big improvement or their big intention is to get players to work through older loops and specialty ships, I think they can do a pretty decent job of having a basic template and swapping out the target ship, target content for that particular arc that they're doing. I think that would keep it easier for them to do and kind of make the events feel a little bit fresher. Anyone doing those pulls doesn't need transporter patterns. That's not true, Savage. Like my 28 account, like the cadre tokens and the Paragon tokens are a major portion there. And it's a level 29 account. I don't have hardly any officers that are maxed. There's one or two, so the transporter pattern definitely useful. Because they need to be able to keep the ability to get transporter patterns for people that need them. I don't need transporter patterns. Like, but having them put into just their own bucket would be useful. Or even if they just remove them from view completely and just give you an option to exchange your officer depot tokens directly for transporter patterns, either one of those would be a fine mechanic. They need to rerun the arcs instead of Mako. The thing is, though, like, the arcs are outdated to rerun again. I don't think that would be necessarily the best way to do it. Because, like, a lot of that stuff was meant to be introductory to those loops. And I think that somebody that's partially into it already, going through an introductory course, might get bored with that too. But we'd have to see what they would come up with to know if that would work out right. Thank you for the resub, Scottish Staz. I don't know why that doesn't have an alert. Resubs can be weird, I know, I guess. That Cadre is G6 only plus. No, it's definitely not. That's open through the 20s. Make it shit, then make it meh. I mean, if it ends up in a decent result, it's not a horrible thing, but I think right now we're going through growing pains. Everybody's going through growing pains with it. Like, it's a new concept that they're trying to hone in on. It's gonna take time to get the right formula set up, and it's hard to get everything for everybody. Well, I think maybe that's one of those things where trying to understand the I don't know how to put it into words exactly what I'm trying to think of here. I don't think we need the cookie cutter. Like I said, like, a lot of that content is introductory, showing you how to do the loop. I don't think that needs to be the stuff. They need to give you guys stuff that is paying, that is catch-up mechanic stuff, that is beyond anything that we would have seen when it was originally introduced. Like, you need events that are specifically tailored to give you a shit ton of ship parts and even blueprints if you don't have them yet. Hello, Green Tea. Welcome on in. Like, I don't think that the old content is the answer, because the old content doesn't really source a lot of that stuff. Always Clippy would love to be of help, yes. I think that the content needs to be revisited in a fresh way. I think that would be more useful personally. Because, like, even me, like, there's old loops that I'm still doing that I wouldn't mind being a visit in. And the challenge refinery, the FKR choice tokens. I don't know if those change to Sigma at 71 or if that has to do with reputation levels. But you do get the Sigma faction credits. It's also a different currency. So it's an FKR Sigma choice token, not just the regular choice token. So it's a different currency. It gets changed into Sigma faction credits. But inside of your actual FKR refineries, there's a conversion from the traditional FKR credits to Sigma. Somewhere. Isn't there? Somewhere. That when you get the Prestige 1. Yeah, when you get the Prestige 1. When you get to Prestige 1, you can convert your normal credits into Sigma. I didn't realize that was Prestige 1, but yeah. Yeah, Prestige 1. So yeah, you can convert to convert to convert. I don't know specifically if that does require G7 or if it's just Prestige 1. Like, I don't know 100% on that. I know Prestige 1 is very, very next to impossible for somebody that's not in G7, but it's technically possible for somebody to hit Prestige 1 in G6. I mean, shit, it's possible for somebody to technically hit it in G3. As far as the reputation goes, it would just take a inhuman amount of trying to be able to do it. Then again, maybe it wouldn't be. It'd be all depend on how high or like how small of a ship or how low level of a ship you can hit the like the 60 surveys in the Mirror Universe. Savage. Good to know a person who tells the truth that shows the proof to back it up. Well, I mean, a lot of that is I'm confirming for myself the words that I speak. More, just as much as it is for you. I mean, proof is in the pudding. If you can't show it to back it up, you know, it's supposition at that point. One faction is totally doable with just Mirror Universe and faction dailies. Yeah, it's not that hard. If you really wanted to push for it, you could do it in the Mirror Universe. I just don't know how low you have to be, or how low of a ship you can do it with. G5, I feel like you could get in there pretty decently. G4 maybe. Thank you for the 25 bits, Omega. I would need 8.4 trillion to Prestige 1. It's a long road. It's definitely a long road. September 2018 to 2026. Yeah, I'm going to be hitting 7 years. I thought it was in June, but apparently it's August. I think the first time I played the game, I picked it up in June, but I didn't actually. I ended up uninstalling the game because I wasn't satisfied that it wasn't like the advertisement. And then I went back to it apparently in August. So in 2 months is my 7-year anniversary with STFC. Yeah, the G7 dailies make a huge, huge impact. I mean, I don't grind rep. Like, I have not done any rep grinding since it was long enough ago that I was using my Pilum. I would have been in G5 because I was hitting in 53 space. That was the last time I was actually grinding rep. The rest of it's been just normal progression through the game. Prestige 1 gets you the Aphelion unlock, but you can get the you can start getting the Aphelion blueprint events at 71. I don't know about 70, but at least 71. And you can get the blueprints unlocked through like your normal spending stuff. So like if you do the weekend spend events, that's when the Aphelion stuff runs. So you can actually pick up those blueprints, and it's not that hard to get them because you only need 150 of the blueprints. So you can get it even without the rep. Do the Mirror Universe for speed ups. I did it a little bit for that, but not more than I needed to. Thanks. You know, I didn't do it any more than I needed to. And once I saw the mastery artifact, the Mbenga's storybook, that gave extra sourcing for the Sigma speed ups, I mastered that thing as fast as I fucking could. And I have not had to go back to the Mirror Universe once since I got that thing mastered. A little bit of Sigma spend, or a little bit of Latinum spend to bridge the gap a little bit here and there, but for the most part. Which mastery? Mbenga's storybook. And I know I can't go back and look at it. I can't figure out, you know, like which abilities these things have after the fact that after you get them maxed out. Because it doesn't actually say like in the description or the details. Like I think it only tells you when you click on it in the like in the refinery or in the store. And since I've got it mastered, I don't have it. I don't have it in the refinery anymore. I can't actually click on it to see it. It doesn't exist. It's forgotten about. No, the MU didn't help that. Having that mastered allows me to stay out of the Mirror Universe. It's a replacement for the Mirror Universe. Yeah, 50 biddies for half a second for somebody to say boring. I don't even know what app that was out of. Was that out of Tangia? Or that was out of the VIP hype, wasn't it? $5 per second. That's way below the Super Bowl. That's way below the Super Bowl. When you gotta remember, I don't keep all of that either. When you use an extension, I don't get the 50 biddies. I get 80%, so 40. So a little bit less. It's only $4 per second at that point. I need to get some more of those Pioneer Crests for my level 29 account. What do we have for events? I haven't even looked at those. There's Maya again. One of the songs they actually called her Maya. Okay. Daily's done. Anything extra is bonus. Don't have to worry about that. We have the... What's the building upgrade today for Interstellar Dominance? Yes. Building upgrade day today. So we have enhanced independent archive. The enhanced into M414. Yeah, the song. The song says Maya. I should have just spelt it as like regular Maya. Need to run 2 Borg Sphere Armadas. Yeah, I do too because of that one event. I know that. I think I saw that Crizito had mentioned something earlier today. Was it Crizito? Maybe it was Irwin. About the needing to have way too many directives. At least it doesn't say Mayo. Ham on 5. Maya or Maya? Maya. I mean, I would have spelt it as M-A-Y-A for Maya. And I would have just hoped that it would have pronounced it as Maya. But I mean, it's AI. It's only 50-50. And it also has more of a companionship vibe than I was really going for. Like, I was just trying to point out that, you know, like, Maya is the ship's AI and she helps me do things. But yeah, that kind of makes it sound like she's the first mate of the ship. Heavy on the artificial, low on the intelligence. Yeah, the exact opposite of what Maya is. Independent archive. That's really close to being upgraded. But that's not going to be today. It's not going to be today. I know you meant the song AI. And I definitely agree, but I was just comparing it to Maya. Just kind of reiterating that we have a long ways to go. Long ways to go. Which, I mean, some AI models do their jobs very effectively. Like, you can't be too harsh on some of them. But some of it's, like, way bad. We like the progenitor tech.
Cotton, repair your track.
We need to repair the track already? Holy crap, you guys are wearing her down. We're gonna drop back down to 10. Probably didn't need to go exactly to 15. All right, warp dive bar. So being able to upgrade that, I did upgrade it over the last week. Probably over the weekend, whatever, last Friday for the Vengeance is Mine event, because I was able to get the 3rd Maverick task key for this week. So I got that upgraded then. So I don't have as many of the exotic spirit shipments as I would hope, but I might be able to get... I only need 40. I only need 40 of those. So if the That looks like that's what that gives. That gives 60, so I can do two levels on that building. Makes me feel a little bit better when I can it's a helps event today, so we'll get the Alliance helps for that while we look at the next building. The whole Star Trek progenitors makes me think of the Alien Universe engineers. Ancient check, suspiciously hidden check, made a lot of fuck ups check. Well, I mean, the good thing is that you know, technically predates the alien stuff, at least. I guess I don't remember. Yeah, they were the seeds of life. Fun fact, all sci-fi takes place in our universe. I feel like at least the basis of the story is, even if it has events that happen outside of it. Yeah, you get a lot to play with the timeline. All right, next building, Signal Observatory. Signal Observatory is related to challenge. So we will collect the challenge. Maximize all the stuff that we can get out of that. And it looks like there's only one upgrade for the Signal Observatory. The Holy... Dune is based off Jewish texts, the Holy Wars and all that.
That's right.
Well, I mean, I could see that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that kind of ties back. I mean, some of the easiest things to use as a template, I guess, to have some other major events and conflicts that you base things on. Followed Cottontail. No, I'm stuck in the Matrix. That one's actually kind of scary. Have you watched Foundation yet? I have not. And to be honest, I haven't really watched a lot of Dune related stuff at all either. I've seen... I'm pretty sure that I've seen one like the older stuff. Same author as iRobot, Isaac Asimov. That could be interesting then. iRobot ended up being a good movie. I don't know about a book. Ended up being a good movie though. There's a lot of real interesting depth to it. I bet that would have been a really good book. I could definitely see that being a good book. All right, next building, Outpost Control. I have a feeling that can't get upgraded. That's getting closer. A couple more elites. Robot Chicken did an iRobot parody with Rosie. I've probably seen that. I do like me some Robot Chicken though. Doing well, Dustin. How are you doing tonight? I can picture Rosie in like a Robot Chicken thing, but I can't picture the actual sketch of it. A Robot Trifecta. Let's take a little rest on the pillow. I almost did earlier today. I laid down messing on my phone when I got home from work and I almost fell asleep. All right, Recon Locust, Starfleet Academy, and the Facade. Recon Locust I can see can do some upgrading. I don't remember which one it is. That's that one. One level. I don't think that's gonna change. Aggregation? Yeah, aggregation. Been awake 38 hours straight. I almost was yesterday, but I slept for like an hour and a half. But it was, I was getting there. I think I'm having the most fun in the top side of G4 at Ops 49. I think G4 was really fun. I think G5 was also really fun. I by far had my greatest time through at least the middle of G5. By far. And I don't know if it was as much the game experience or if it was just my interaction with the community at that point, but never beat my record set in July of 87. 6.5 days straight. Holy shit. Super Mario Brothers 3 from start to finish, 100%ed. God damn. You know, do you ever watch people go back? Do you ever watch people speed run on some of those old games? I mean, obviously that's not 100%ed, but I mean, just watch them actually like speed run some of that stuff. Holy shit, 50. We almost made it an entire stream without Deadpool. That's amazing. I didn't even know that was possible. Still need NX01, Monavine, NSEA Protector, Reliant Relativity. Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff. I had this one guy flexing. He had an original Xbox so let me play on it, and I rented from Blockbuster the Hand of Evil Doom 3 game. Completed it overnight. He was impressed. Also need Dauntless. Can you get the Dauntless already, Dustin? I was thinking that might have been a G5 thing. But if it opens at 49, heck yeah. That's a good one to pursue. Walking on the boardwalk now and the fog is rolling in like crazy. That would freak me out. I've seen enough horror movies. I get freaked out by that. If I could do the Turtlegasm 10 times a stream. Oh, Mufasa, I still need to post that other video. I never got around to it. I got it downloaded, but that's about as far as I went. I thought about it this morning and I was like, crap. I thought maybe if I had a minute after work I could do it, but I ended up finishing my meal at like 6:59. Where'd Suno go? There. It came up with its own meaning of the acronym. That's so weird that the alert comes through so much before the actual chat post. The Turtlegasm and the Crab Rave will never get old. I can kind of agree with that. One for GS31, but I do not like it upgrading path early. GS31, I don't remember. It can be rough getting into that one because it's reliant on doing the waves. But it will become a crucial ship. It will become a crucial ship.
Whales ignore the pleas, we do just exactly what we please. G3, entitlement fades away for the mega Q.
I was like, why is it talking about whales? Come on. Guess I hadn't talked other than to create the prompts. Yeah, I guess so. I think you had done something else earlier, I think. Maybe just because Misa was here, I assumed you were here. Oh man, it called this song Captain Cottontail that you just prompted. I don't know, I'm doing the thing again where I'm not actually reading. I'm not reading the prompt. I need to program a goddamn button.
Look at that.
For the crabs.
Rev, this race is all yours. Exclamation point boost, and the race is yours, baby.
Welcome in, Lostin.
And Rev wins it. That's the first, that maybe not the first time, but that's pretty rare when you start off winning and end up winning.
That is true. That's not something that really happens. Ooh. Is that Star Citizen too? I didn't realize he like had like first person shooter type stuff in that game too. Oh, that's that new beta? Interesting. That game has a lot more depth than I would ever imagine. Just needs to be tuned. That's very interesting. You liking what you're seeing of Star Trek Outpost Unknown? I enjoyed playing it. I haven't actually picked it up again to do like a second playthrough or hit it back at all, because I know if I start playing it, I'm going to be
So we just
tempted
have
to
to
just
have
play
a
it for
good,
hours.
well-timed hit on one of the pegs to drop down the hole.
Yep, well-timed pegging. All right, let's listen to this new prompt. New AI song.
I'm a heavy panting turtle on a Starfleet ship, living life with Captain Cottontail on every trip. I huff and puff across the bridge, my home among the stars. He scratches my chin when the warp drive hums. I'm his favorite, loved under all the suns. From hydroponics lettuce to naps in his tunic, I'm royalty in space. Though my breath is labored, my heart is full. I love the captain, he treasures me.
It really doesn't want to do the panting. Version 2.
I'm a heavy panning turtle on a Starfleet ship, living life with Captain Cottontail on every trip. I huff and puff across the bridge, my home among the stars. He scratches my chin when the warp drive hums. I'm his favorite, loved under all the suns. From hydroponics lettuce to naps in his tunic, I'm royalty in space. Though my breath is labored, my heart is full. I love the captain, he treasures me.
That was cute, actually. Savage. Courtesy of a Pokemon. That prompt was courtesy of a Pokemon? Oh, no. The Pokemon Cross the Disney character. Gotcha. You'll find them nuttier than a nutty butter, but not at all sweet, but very bitter. That was a good song. I'm still a little disappointed. We need to figure out the trick with Suno to actually get those sound effects added. Because there's a possibility that underneath the advanced settings there could be some additional stuff in one of the newer areas. There's something called sounds. Creating effects, loops, and one-shots. And it might even have to come down to taking the actual turtle panting clip and using it as a reference sample, having it sample it or something. Yeah, I was thinking, I don't see a way to do that in, well, you can do it with an inspiration, I guess, or with audio. I haven't played with that yet. I think that's fairly new. That's interesting. Only gonna be able to get the one on the Recon Locust. It's not gonna be very much progress in this event tonight. I was kind of hoping we would magically get the battle pass for the winners from the CC giveaways. Use SpongeBob inspiration. SpongeBob panting would be crazy. SpongeBob painting sound would be crazy. Or even a visual. All right, last building. Maybe the facade, the Section 31 building. I don't remember what they called it. The Starfleet Academy and the facade, if there's anything there. Thanks for the tips, Badax. That's so slow coming through. That's the sound that happened like a long time ago. That's in the facade is here. No. The facade is in the daily building resources. No. Where the fuck is the facade? Oh yeah, like that 1 month where they messed up and gave almost everyone a free battle pass unlock. Will never ever happen again and can mark Billy's accounting ledger. I believe that. Huh. Ah. Asian boy got a epic pirates cutlass. Let's go. Yeah, facade building. Where the hell do you get the facade building stuff? Exclamation point, join to get in on the next dungeon. Like the Section 31 transmitters are here. Oh, it's Academy. It's an Academy. It's an Academy. I was like, I know it's somewhere. The rare Section 31 transmitters are in Academy. Should have been able to remember that. I just couldn't remember how many that I get a day. I mean, that's the big thing. I was like, how close am I to being able to get the next level for it? Ooh, today. I can't see what it is. It's hidden. It's hidden behind the dungeon. I can't see how far I can go with that either. Oh, my microscope window disappeared. 42nd level on fire making. Hi, Lief. Welcome on in. That's not how overlays work. That's how this one works. It doesn't have to. I could obviously not put the not do the overlay here. I should look to see if there's a way to exclude the dungeons from this program, because I obviously don't need to have that overlaying on top of my monitor. It doesn't do a lot of good. Other than I can just see the stuff that comes out of it, the winnings and stuff that's happening. Damn it. Exclamation point join to get in on the next dungeon. We'll just move this window slightly to the side. Okay, looks like I can do 2 levels.
There's Red Rum Ruby. Funny thing is, it took me like 2 weeks of talking with Ruby to figure out that Red Rum was a Shining reference. I'm so slow sometimes.
All right, so there's 2 levels in Starfleet Academy building. Oh, I still hate that. Why does it lose your settings when you speed up something else? So annoying. So annoying. We cannot see it because of the overlay, but you should still be able to see your games as normal unless you got them all up on. So the Tangia has a program that will display the interactions on my monitor. So like when it does like the crabs, it covers my entire gaming monitor. And it's like Stream Stickers has a companion app too that does the same thing. So like if you slap a sticker on the stream, it will put the sticker on my monitor. It's really neat. Like that's how like the jump scares and stuff actually end up working, because like if you run the jump scare, you know, like you get the creature, you know, coming at you. It's on my monitor covering it up. The dungeon one though, like I said, that's kind of against. It doesn't line up with the same purpose. It's unnecessarily intrusive, yeah. I don't know if there's a way to specifically exclude it from that app. I know it's kind of like its own thing. And this is the first time that I've ever really encountered a significant issue with it. It's a little bit better, like, if I kept my, myself on the left side of the screen, like, I could have it occupy the space without any issue, but yeah, it causes an issue with that one, but I don't see any specific things, because its intention is for it to mirror the stream. Hi Mord, welcome on in. 6-month mod anniversary. That's it's a generic thing because that's like as old as they get. That's funny. Okay, so that is Starfleet Academy. And okay, one level of the facade. I'm kind of excited for this because it's nice to be able to get the hull and shield bonuses. Well, not quite the shield bonuses yet, but the hull bonus, 105%. It's watered down, but still 105%'s a potentially one extra hostile. Never get the facade past 70. I don't know. If you never plan on advancing past 69, then yes. You don't even pull the Section 31 pull. There's a lot of good stuff in the upgrades, though. No, it'll be kind of at a tricky spot because I wonder how that works. Because no, Academy's 61 plus. Yeah, 61 plus. Yeah, you would just have to be able to you can get up to 60 through the Section 31 faction store. And then 61, you can start doing Academy. You can open up that loop. And then you can start getting the rare. Hi, 0Gs. Our servers are going against each other for incursions.
Maybe even can I tag in and make it a group session?
Yeah,
I should probably figure that out.
Make it a group.
We call it a McGangbang.
That really escalated in a hurry.
In a highly predictable fashion.
Losted is not wrong on that one. That was very, very predictable.
What the fuck is a LARP?
It stands for live action role play, but it's not a sex thing. Okay, it's like people dressing up and playing pretend type shit.
Still sounds like a sex thing.
Still sounds like a sex thing. I need ear bleach. Definitely a sex thing with 0Gs. Agreed. That building actually finished the SMS. I did not think I was going to be able to finish the SMS with the specialty buildings. But that was just enough. You saw that we were phasing off? That, oh my gosh. I'm actually really impressed. I had to spend... Did I even finish the SMS from yesterday? I did. I had to spend like a little bit. I went through and did some old research in the and the galaxy tree and the station tree that took G5. And then I ended up doing, I think, one of the generators, I think, to finish off yesterday's. I was able to complete that SMS because I did the, I got first place on the first event. So I'm trying to keep doing a decent showing to try to stay top 5. Because I'm not going to spend G7 materials to stay on the leaderboards. I don't have enough of the efficiencies done yet. Oh, Lady Command got ice cream. I could go for some ice cream. It's been a while since I've had some. It's going on my next shopping trip, I'll put it that way. I'll get a little pint of something and a pint of something else, so I got a backup for having for later. Because that's like a whole week's worth of ice cream, having 2 pints. What do we have for InterVarsity? So this is the Heroic Conqueror Borg Armadas. So this is going to be a no-go. Because you can't compete in this event. You can't complete this event without spending. Combat Simulation is doing 2 Borg Solo Armadas or completing the Venari Raw.
Repair your track.
I need to repair the track already? We just did that, I swear. How long has the session been up? 2 hours? A little bit over 2 hours. We'll probably get that. We'll get that ended sometime soon here. So 2 Borg Solo Armadas. Or doing Venari Raw. I can't do Venari Raw since I don't have the Athena. So we will do those 2 Solo Armadas. And that will get us the first 2 milestones on this, so at least we'll be able to mark a little bit of progress against it. I'm always happy to get a little bit of stuff out of those events, even if it's 1 milestone, 2 milestones. If I know I can't compete in it, and I just happen to be able to do any progress in it from doing something else, that's a win. All right. When I get a couple extra directives saved up, I'm going to have to take a run at trying a 72 again. These 69s have gotten a little bit too, not too easy. I don't want to say that they're too easy, but I feel like I'm getting close to the point where I need to move past them. Like, they're still effective for scoring metrics and everything. Like, all the events do like a pretty decent job of scoring based on the 69 stuff. So I don't have a lot of incentive to move past them. And these are just really, really easy because I don't have to do any boosts or anything weird. No shenanigans. Go to sleep or be at rank 25 tomorrow morning. I only have to be at rank 6 to completely fuck the leaderboard. Because it's only top 5. When messages keep failing to load. Or failing to send. Oh, you got blizzards even? Dairy Queen. I haven't had Dairy Queen in such a long time. They came up with a new meal deal package that actually looked like a pretty decent deal. Because I always liked they had the like $5 meal deal or whatever. It was always halfway decent. I would get the I think it was I don't remember if it was a 2-piece or a 3-piece chicken strip basket. And peanut butter sundae. I like those things. Those things were so good. Have one a quarter mile away. I've got one in my town. I drive past. I mean, it's Midwest. I mean, like every other town has one. Allergic to peanut butter? Yeah, that'd be a reason to avoid for sure. Yeah, like around here, it's like every community that has at least probably like 2,000 people has either an A&W, a Culver's, or a Dairy Queen, it seems like. Like every community has like one of those 3. Which A&W isn't like a really good place for ice cream, I don't think. They have their, what do they call those? It's been a while since I don't know if I've had anything other than like a root beer float. I mean, root beer floats are always amazing. And there's something special about having it at the restaurant. Wish we had a Culver's. I like Culver's. Haven't been to an A&W since you were in high school. Yeah, they made a resurgence around here. Probably like 8. Maybe 10 years ago. Like they started popping up in smaller communities, especially. Like there were some that had closed that had been open for a while, but yeah. DQ is an A&W. Near DQ is an A&W. Was a Long John Silver's and combined with them. Yeah. I've never heard of A&W Long John Silver combo before. That's kind of a crazy one. But I could definitely muck like a fish sandwich with a root beer float. Heck yeah. I don't know how many Long John Silvers that we have in Minnesota. I think that we still have one in like the Northeast Metro. That's the last one I know of. Long John Silvers is bad. It's in between. A&W's known for drinks versus food. They do a really good burger though. They actually do a really good burger. The fries are kind of good too. If you want fish, go to an actual fish restaurant next to a lake or a pond. You know the interesting thing about that? I don't know if I've ever seen an actual, like, just legitimate fish restaurant in Minnesota. Like, where it's their specialty thing. Their main line of business or whatever. But like every restaurant carries like walleye, so I think it's just so commonplace that there's got to be some place, but I don't know of any. But yeah, I think I've said it before, like within probably like 10 miles of my house, I have probably just as many lakes with public accesses on them. That's something I take for granted a lot around here. Just contaminated small creeks. They flood when rain's heavy. Yeah, it's kind of tricky living out that. Cousin lives in Minnesota. Yeah, it's almost like South Canada sometimes. Then picture of an appetizer at a fish restaurant. That's one of those things. It's like, well, I mean, Louisiana, your stuff's always on a different level when it comes to food too, though. Like, because you got like that Creole Cajun influence on all that stuff. It's like there's some crazy combinations that happen. In a good way. Like around here, like the ethnicity is like Scandinavian and German for the most part. Need to go to New Orleans, get some snake and gator. Boiled with fresh seafood. Yeah, I literally can't get any further away from the ocean than I am right now. But I mean, it's easy to get freshwater fish. I mean, I can walk to a spot that I can fish within probably, well, a mile and a half of a legit fishing spot. Like decent fishing too. Like people come here to fish. All right, Voyage Across the Void is done. Crucible of War needs a little bit of help. I need to do faction daily still. That'll finish that off. Cerritos, I haven't completed that event in a long time. I don't even do that one. It gets interesting with the oh, you sent that? Did I close Discord? No, there you are. Yeah, I'm already jealous of that. Glutton status achieved. Blizzard has been eaten. Fried pickles. I like me some fried pickles. That's a pretty common bar delicacy, luckily. Both plates are only $16. Yeah, I don't think I could get a steak like that for 16. Maybe. It'll be a stretch. I definitely couldn't get the appetizer with it. Allergic to shellfish? Ooh, that's... I mean, for the most part, like, I'm not a big fan of a lot of saltwater fish, at least. Shellfish, I'd get a little bit. What does shrimp get categorized under the shellfish category? Or are they something else? They're kind of in between. They gotta be considered shellfish, I think. I'm not entirely sure. That's not where my specialty is. I like shrimp. Shrimp is one of my favorite foods. All right. We're going to get ready to end session for Marble Racing Manager here in a little bit. If you need to check on your Marbles energy, like mine should probably be in the thing instead of dead because I forgot to make sure that it was still going. Okay, clams, oysters, shrimp, lobsters, and crustaceans. Okay. I wasn't 100% sure if shrimp and lobster were exactly in that one or not, because that's, like I said, they're kind of almost in between. Like, I know, like, clams, oysters, and crabs. I know that those were shellfish for sure. Some of these songs that this AI created were kind of crazy. Interesting. All right, we're going to end the session right now. All right. JK got the neutron. Let's find ourselves a raidable target.
Cottontail travels independently, not aligned with the Federation. The Klingons or the Romulans. His AI
Maya. There we go again with Maya.
Commander Cottontail's fleet brings order and balance to the galaxy. One battle at a time.
Let's see. It's been a little bit over a week since we raided Warzone. Let's go raid Warzone. He made it to 71 last night. And getting set to do first G7 daily events today. Trying to bring up a stream preview. It's been really interesting when it tries to join into the stream. Sometimes the preview just sits there and spins, doesn't actually show. I want to make sure that he's actually up. There we go. Okay. Yes, we're gonna go raid Warzone. Shrimp and lobsters have shells. They believe it's the iodine they have. Do you have to be careful with iodized salt? Or is that like different enough source of iodine where it's like a different compound or something? But you do have to be so careful with that. Very interesting. Sorry, you have to be concerned about all that kind of crap. I've been so lucky. Like, I'm basically allergic to nothing that I've ever encountered. I've been so fortunate. Iodized salt is how the wife built her resistance to iodine. Yeah, that's a good technique that a lot of people use, like the microdosing kind of stuff with that. But cool. First official Arkfall event that we have announced for Thursday, June 25th is Arkfall Breakfast. We got Mufasa hosting with Chad Bro Chillin', Warzone, JP, and Nigel Rovers. A few more to come here in a little bit.